In a world where monarchies strive to project unity, grace, and unwavering tradition, an unexpected tension has risen from behind the velvet curtains of Denmark's most revered institution. The Danish royal family, often admired for its modern elegance and close familial bonds, now finds itself grappling with one of its most emotionally charged dilemmas. An inheritance issue that has silently brewed for years has finally erupted into public view, dragging King Frederik X and his younger brother Prince Joachim into an unforeseen royal rift. What seemed like a family built on shared values and mutual support is suddenly under the spotlight, revealing an undercurrent of long-standing disagreements, emotional wounds, and royal legacy complications that were hidden from the public for far too long. This revelation is more than just an estate matter. It is a deeply personal saga rooted in decades of emotional complexities, court decisions, private expectations, and now, very public consequences. King Frederik, known for his calm demeanor, athletic lifestyle, and strong public approval, is suddenly forced into the center of a storm not of his own making. Yet as monarch, he must now navigate not only the symbolism of the crown but also the private turmoil that threatens to tarnish the very ideals it represents. His brother, Prince Joachim, ever the enigmatic royal with an often misread intensity and misunderstood voice, has become the unlikely counterbalance to his elder sibling. And now, as the issue of inheritance breaks through the castle walls into the public domain, it's clear that this is not just a legal or financial dispute, it's a question of legacy, fairness, recognition, and ultimately, love. The core of the issue stems from the division of Queen Margrethe II's assets and the symbolic power of what is passed down, withheld, or redefined in the name of the crown. While the monarchy is rooted in ceremonial power and symbolic inheritance, the reality is far more complex. Over time, these inheritances grow in meaning, not just as material value but as validation of position, of contribution, of belonging. Prince Joachim, having always stood in the shadow of his older brother, has long struggled with his role in the royal family. Despite his military achievements, diplomatic service, and genuine efforts to represent Denmark abroad, he has often been sidelined, especially in decisions that shape the family's public and private future. What's even more fascinating is how the issue of inheritance reopens old wounds within the royal brothers' dynamic. Their childhood, though privileged and royal, was marked by distinct differences in treatment, expectations, and opportunity. King Frederik, as heir apparent, was always groomed for leadership. Prince Joachim, on the other hand, was often viewed as the spare, a supporting character in a narrative that was never written for him to lead. Despite their shared upbringing, their destinies were carved along vastly different paths, and that division seems to have widened with age. Recent royal sources suggest that Prince Joachim feels overlooked and deeply wounded by what he perceives as an imbalance in recognition. He has reportedly expressed dissatisfaction over key inheritance decisions that he believes diminish his standing within the family and insult his contributions to the monarchy. Though the exact nature of the inheritance dispute remains closely guarded by the palace, insider leaks indicate it involves not only financial matters but also symbolic properties, titles, and ceremonial honors, things that go beyond wealth and speak to identity. King Frederik, now wearing the crown after Queen Margrethe's surprise abdication, faces a precarious challenge. His role demands unity, diplomacy, and the ability to heal divides, yet he is caught between personal loyalty and royal responsibility. For the public, this is more than a family feud, it is an unfolding drama that reflects broader questions about monarchy in the 21st century. Can a royal family survive if it mirrors the same divisions, jealousy, and hurt feelings that affect everyday families? And what does it mean when even a king cannot reconcile the emotional gaps between brothers? Queen Margrethe's role in this cannot be ignored. Her decision to abdicate was sudden, but even more shocking was her previous move to strip Prince Joachim's children of their royal titles, a move that sparked outrage across Europe and deepened family tensions. Though framed as a modernization effort, it struck many as a cold and politically motivated act. Prince Joachim, visibly emotional during interviews, hinted at long-standing grievances and a sense of alienation. The inheritance controversy now feels like an extension of that wound, perhaps even the final straw in a relationship that has silently suffered for years. The Danish public, known for their love of transparency and progressive values, have found themselves divided. Some support King Frederik, arguing that he is simply following tradition and ensuring the crown's continuity. Others sympathize with Prince Joachim, viewing him as the underdog whose loyalty and sacrifices have gone unrecognized. Across social media, the debate is intense. Is this a betrayal masked by royal protocol, or simply a necessary decision in the face of complex dynastic politics? Adding fuel to the fire is the recent surge of emotional commentary from royal watchers and insiders. One former palace aide noted that the brothers' relationship had been strained since their early adult years, with Joachim often feeling excluded from key family decisions. Another court insider revealed that tensions resurfaced during Queen Margrethe's 80th birthday celebrations, when inheritance discussions allegedly became more serious. As with many royal families, what happens behind closed doors rarely stays there for long. International media has jumped on the story, painting it as Europe's latest royal soap opera. Comparisons to Prince Harry and Prince William are now frequent, with many noting the global trend of the spare feeling overshadowed and neglected. Yet unlike the British drama, Denmark's royal conflict has unfolded with a uniquely Nordic restraint, until now. With the inheritance issue erupting into full view, the carefully maintained image of harmony is showing cracks, and the emotional toll is becoming impossible to ignore. As the dust settles, King Frederik must make a decision that balances justice with unity. Should he adjust the inheritance to satisfy his brother and show empathy, or should he maintain the structure that reinforces the crown's authority and tradition? Whichever path he chooses, the consequences will echo far beyond Amalienborg Palace. They will influence how the monarchy is seen by the Danish people, how future generations of royals understand their place in the world, and whether blood still truly binds in a world where titles can be stripped and roles redefined. Meanwhile, Prince Joachim continues to live and work abroad, distanced not only by geography but perhaps also by emotion. His presence in the French capital as a defense attaché is symbolic of his perceived exile from the heart of the Danish monarchy. He speaks rarely, but when he does, his words reveal a man torn between duty and disappointment. There's a quiet sadness in his tone, a sense that while he loves his country and family, he no longer feels truly part of the royal future being shaped without him. And through all this, the Danish people watch. Many are asking difficult questions. What does fairness look like in a royal family? Is tradition worth more than emotional truth? And above all, can these two brothers, once close, now distant, ever find a way back to each other? As the crown rests on Frederik's head and the family estate stirs whispers of division, Denmark enters a moment of royal reckoning. The nation that once believed in the perfect image of its royal family must now confront the reality that even kings and princes carry wounds, dreams, and regrets. And perhaps in this vulnerability lies a new kind of monarchy, not one built on fairy tales, but on real stories, real people, and real hearts. So, what do you think? Can King Frederik and Prince Joachim heal this rift before it's too late?